Last month, I spent over $66,000 in a single day on Facebook ads and over $300,000 in a single week, where we helped one of our clients generate 5,000 new customers and over $1 million in sales, and I did it all over again this month. In today's video, I'm gonna show you everything we did and the entire plan we implemented to make sure this client scaled profitably and we maximized AOV. And if you stay to the end, I'm gonna give you a free tracking sheet that we use to help this specific brand spend over $66,000 in a single day and how you can maintain your CPA and MER throughout the entire day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nizar and I run a growth marketing agency called Simply Scaled. We help brands scale to multiple 7 and 8 figures by doing 2 main things: making ad creatives that scale and building customer journeys that turn clicks to cash. All right, so as I mentioned, we're gonna show you exactly how I spent over $66,000 on Facebook ads in just one day. You can see here, July 8th, 2024, we spent $66.4 thousand at 800 new customers, 874 with a $76 CPA. And you can see for the month of August, which is this month, we've spent $358,000 at 3,100 purchases at a cost per purchase of $115. And same thing, last month we spent $328,000 at 4,300 customers at a $75 CPA. So combined over these last couple months, we spent $686,000 and had 7,458 new customers at a CPA of $92. So what we're gonna look at now is how we made sure this was profitable and how we maximized AOV to increase the front end cash flow. So I'm gonna break down 5 things here. What kind of offer you need to scale this aggressively, what funnel we use to achieve all this, a $100,000 mistake we did so you can avoid it, how we keep track of spend so we remain profitable every single day, and the exact scaling process we used to help this client scale from Facebook ads, and the exact media buying strategy we used to surf scale this account all the way up to 300K a month in spend. So first we're gonna break down the offer. So scaling this aggressively isn't going to be something that you could just do with a couple of clicks to a basic PDP. You might be able to scale on a PDP, but you're not gonna be able to unlock this level of scalability without some sort of offer. And we're gonna be spending thousands of dollars an hour, sending millions of eyeballs, mostly top of funnel. So the offer has to appeal to a mass market. And in this case, we did a free with subscription and we gamified the entire process. So the typical competitors in this market were doing the typical get 7 days free and then try our app, but we wanted to do something different. We wanted to set ourselves apart and we wanted to create mass desire for our app. So we created a challenge and we gamified the process of them becoming members. So the way that customers interacted with the business in the first place completely changed. The second thing was the funnel. So whether you're in e-com or in SaaS, scaling this aggressively, we find that pre-sale pages work extremely well. So we choose to use a VSL funnel here and we flooded it with case studies, testimonials, and we built out a sections to handle any objections someone may have after hearing about this challenge and choosing to join. You wanna build a funnel that can handle lots of traffic and remove any sort of doubt that people may have. So your VSL should create excitement, belief, and directly speak to your customers' desires and what they'll be benefiting from this challenge specifically. That pre-sale page should directly push you towards an optimized checkout page that has a lot of social proof and a lot of value adds to make the conversion rate as high as possible. So you may be wondering how you can do this with e-com. You can do this with either a special product or you can do this with a typical product but a bundle. And then the last thing is you can do it with a product or info product hybrid. So it's a mixture of both a course with a product. So they buy the product and then they learn how to use the course with the product. But basically you want to be able to create continuity with this product. Now the third thing I want to cover here is our $100,000 mistake that we made. And the first time we ran this funnel, it worked, but it was missing a crucial piece. So when we're scaling this heavily on a discounted offer or that is generating tons of volume, you need to always have a backup plan to create cash flow. In this case, the backup plan was a post-purchase upsell. After we got people to commit to the game that we just created, they were bought in. So it's time to take advantage of the opportunity and sell like crazy. We didn't run an upsell funnel at the beginning when we launched this funnel, and then this month we did, and we generated an extra $100,000 in clear-cut profit by simply adding this step to our checkout. So if you're scaling a discounted offer regardless, whether it's e-com, whether it's SaaS, whether you're doing free trials, intro offers, or scaling basically anything, always think about how can you get someone. So whether you're scaling a discounted offer, a free trial offer, or basically anything, always think about post-purchase opportunities that you can put in front of the customer that makes sense. Okay, and the fourth thing we're gonna cover in this video is how we were able to keep track of all of these numbers when we were scaling so aggressively. So to keep track of this, you have to have full visibility on your numbers every hour on the hour. So each business is going to have a different metric for success, but in most cases, it's going to be CPA. So you must be able to quickly analyze your real CPA at any given time. And you also need to know what your CPA has been for the last 1 to 2 hours to find daily trends where you can scale volume. So if you find that your CPA is lower in the early hours of the day, then you want to scale more aggressively then and scale slower throughout the rest of the day. You're typically going to find a trend after the first couple of days scaling this way, and you want to capitalize on those. So down here, you can see how the CPA is increasing intraday. So going back down, depending on the time of day, you want to ride the wave as they rise every single day. So you can see here in this tracking sheet, every couple of hours, we were tracking the spend, how many sales we had, and then the CPA on that actual hour. And in between, you can see between these 2 hours, we spent 2.2K. We had 63 sales at a CPA of 35. So in that case, we were doubling budgets and scaling, and I'll go through how we actually make these decisions. But you can see how this CPA was rising throughout the day, which means that we capitalize the majority of our time in the morning. Now, going into the last thing, which is how do we actually surf scale? So how do we do the media buying that comes with scaling this aggressively? So the concept of surf scaling has been around forever. I've personally been using this for years, especially around Q4, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But with offers like this, you can create the same level of demand and conversion as you would during those times due to the nature of the offer in the funnel itself. The concept is basically increasing and decreasing your budget intraday, depending on how good or bad your CPA is within that time frame. Depending on your budget, that time frame would be anywhere between 1 hour, 2 hours, or 4 hours. Using the tracking sheet above, we're able to plug in the data every hour and calculate the change over that time. So we can see the CPA going up and down, and we can capitalize on those peak hours when CPA is super cheap. So the rules to surf scaling are simple. You choose a time frame to log hours. So whether it's 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours, doesn't matter. It really depends on your budget. If you're spending anything less than 10K a day, you don't really need to track it for more than, every 4 hours. Don't make a decision unless you're 100% confident, and be aggressive scaling up and more cautious when you're scaling down. So now we're going to show you how to actually scale the budgets the right way. So let's assume that you're aiming for a $25 CPA or a 2.5x ROAS. When you log your results, if the results are within target, so the CPA is less than $25 or the ROAS is more than 2.5, then you're going to scale up by 20%. If the results are not within range and your CPA is over $25 or the ROAS is less than 2.5, then you want to scale down by 20%. If the results are exceptionally good, where the CPA is 30 to 50% lower than your target, then you could double the budget. And if results are amazing, where the CPA is over 50% below the target, so if you're aiming for a $25 CPA and you're getting $5 CPAs, then you can 3 to 4x that budget. Every day you're going to end the day resetting the budget to what you initially had it, which could be, 5K a day, and then you could start scaling again from there. So why is this so powerful? As you can see in this screenshot here, we're able to unlock massive scale and reach new markets that we wouldn't be able to reach before because of the nature of the offer and how we're able to gamify the process. If you can see here, the MRR of this business jumped from 236K all the way up to 350K, and we still have probably around 5,000 trials that haven't even converted yet. So this is more likely to be north of $450,000 MRR soon after this. And if you see the new customers here, you can see a massive jump with over almost 10,000 new customers in just these last 2 months alone, which will equate to over $2 million in sales. So if you've made it to the end of the video and you're serious about growing your brand and you have a brand that's doing maybe $50,000, $60,000 a month and you're looking to scale to that 7-figure mark, then there's a link in the description where you can book a call with my team. We'll do a full audit of your business to see if we can actually help you scale. But if you have any questions at all in general, feel free to reach out to me on my social media, also in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.